How do dams create electricity? We're looking at hydroelectric power and turbines. I'm Ben, this is Physics or Bust. Hydroelectric power is one of the renewable resources that we can use on this planet in order to create electricity to help us run all the electronics and all the power systems that we have in this country. So, how does it work? When you build a dam, you block up the flow of water from a river, and that builds up a reservoir behind the dam that will help to power the turbine and generator that are in the powerhouse on the other side of it. Every dam has a water gate that it can open and close in order to let more water in. This water is going to be at high pressure because it's coming from the bottom of the reservoir, which means it has a whole lot of water above it pushing because of the gravitational pull on that water. And so the deeper you go in water, you have a higher pressure. That high pressure is what's going to flow through the tunnel in the dam that reaches to the turbine. And as that pressure hits the turbine, it's going to spin the turbine. Now, when you're looking at some of the more modern turbines, they are designed so that as the water goes through, you don't have a bunch of turbulence. Instead, all the energy from that pressure goes into spinning the turbine. A commonly used turbine is the Francis turbine. And as water comes in the water inlet, flows through the tunnel leading to the Francis turbine, they've designed it so that the water starts spinning round and round. As it hits the fans of the turbine, all the energy from that water spinning around goes into turning the turbine until it reaches the center. And when it comes to the center, it's given all its energy that it can to the turbine. And then the Francis turbine has a hole in the middle that the water is able to then fall down through and go to the river on the other side of the dam. So with that turbine spinning, you then have a shaft that the turbine's connected to going up to the generator, and it starts spinning the generator. Now the generator is going to be one of two main types. One that you're either spinning the magnet inside a coil of wire or spinning the coil of wire inside a magnet. Whichever type is there, the changing magnetic field around a coil of wire produces electricity. Therefore, that spinning of the turbine causing that changing magnetic field around the coils of wire produces the electricity. That way we can power whatever we need to with electricity. One of the main drawbacks of hydroelectric power is that you have very limited locations where you can just build a dam and build up water behind it so that you have that pressure from the reservoir to power the turbine and make electricity. There's also the cost of actually building the dam, because dams are very expensive to build. You're talking about building a structure across a valley, essentially, that will have to hold back millions of gallons of water in order to provide the electricity that you want. Could we find more places where dams could be built and reservoirs could be made so that we could have more hydroelectric power? I'm sure there's some spots that haven't been taken yet, but one of the things we need to work on is having more efficient hydroelectric power. So as our country goes more and more highly dependent on electricity, the question is, where are we going to get all the electricity that we need? Hope that helped you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, keep asking questions. I'll see you on the next video.